Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a while since I posted a video, but I was in culinary school and I wanted to share with you all the things that I learned while I was in school. For today's video, we will be making focaccia. Focaccia is one of the most oldest and historically rich breads that really make a history nerd like me really crazy. Long before pizza became the world's most recognizable food, ancient civilizations like the Romans, Etruscans, and Greeks had focaccia as their quote unquote pizza. It was known to the Romans as panis focacius, which in Latin means hearth bread. It was a bread cooked on ashes or hot stones, and this was before enclosed ovens. Over the centuries, this humble bread has evolved to the focaccia that we know and love today. There are many different varieties of focaccia. One of the most recognizable styles comes from Liguria. Now, Liguria is on the northwestern region of Italy and it lies along the Mediterranean Sea. Focaccia from Liguria is characterized by its dimple bread, olive oil, and sea salt. The focaccia recipe we are making today is from Lacey Ostermann's cookbook called 3 Doughs, 60 Recipes. I chose this recipe because it was easy, delicious, and it doesn't require a mixer to mix this focaccia. This recipe can be made the same day or overnight. I chose overnight so I can break it off fresh in the morning. So to start, you're going to need 500 grams of bread flour, or 4 cups, 90 to 420 milliliters or 1 3/4 cup of warm water. We're going to start with 390 milliliters and then increase the water if our dough is too dry. 15 milliliters or 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 5 grams or 1 teaspoon of honey. I'm using raw honey. I would recommend using either raw honey or a high quality honey for this focaccia. 6 grams or 1.5 teaspoons of instant yeast, 10 grams or 2 teaspoons of fine sea salt. So first, you're going to combine the honey, warm water, yeast, sea salt, and your olive oil. And once everything is combined, you want to make sure that you give it a really good mix so everything is nice and homogeneous. And after everything is well mixed, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our 500 grams or 4 cups of bread flour. Now really pay attention to your dough. If your dough is too wet, we're going to add more bread flour. If it's too dry, and in my case, mine was too dry, we are going to add more water. Your dough is very important. How your dough looks is going to ultimately affect the overall product that you'll get once you bake your focaccia. So I noticed that my dough is too dry. I'm going to add more water. And once you add more water, you'll see the consistency that you want to have for your dough. So cover your focaccia with a clean towel and set your timer for 15 minutes. And in those 15 minutes, we are going to do our stretch and pull. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. So we're gonna take our water, dip your hands in your water, and you're going to go over here, pull one side of the dough, pull it towards you. Same thing, pull it up, fold it over. 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 And then cover again with your clean towel. So this was our first fold, so set your timer again for 15 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so we're gonna do our second fold. You pull up, stretch, fold, pull up, stretch, fold. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our third fold. Dip your hands in your water. And we're gonna lift again, fold. Lift again, fold. Lift again, fold. Lift again, fold. And go ahead and cover with a towel, and we'll be back again in 15 minutes. Okay. All right, so we have a little bit of a rise going, which is good. We're gonna do our fourth pull. And what we're basically doing is just building the gases in the bread so it gives it that nice rise. Cover it again and we'll be back in another 15 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do one more pull. You can see it's getting bigger. Okay, get this little crispy dough part out of there. Okay. Okay, and as you can see, our bread is super overproofed, but that's okay. We're going to get a sheet tray, and you're going to be really liberal with your olive oil. Rub that in so rub your olive oil. Make sure you get it on all sides. And we're going to dump the focaccia in. It's huge. Okay. I'm trying to stretch it out a little bit. All right, and we're going to cover this again and place it by the oven to warm up. We're going to set our oven to 430 degrees. Let that heat up. I have a little garden outside, so I went out and harvested my rosemary because I wanted to do a rosemary, sea salt, and olive oil style. All right, now that we rinsed off our rosemary, I'm just gonna pull it off. And this is gonna go on top of our focaccia. So after letting it rest for 10 minutes while I went outside to get the rosemary, we're going to do another stretch and pull. This type of stretch and pull, I'm adding the olive oil on top of the focaccia. I'm also going to top it with the rosemary that I washed and harvested, and then I'm topping it with flaky sea salt. Focaccia is so versatile, so it can be however you prefer. You can place whatever toppings you want. It can be a savory focaccia, it can be a sweet focaccia. Whatever you prefer is what you go with. And you could do half and half. You can do half savory, half sweet if you wanted to. But make sure you put those little dimples in there as you're stretching and pulling. And then once you're done, just pop it right in the oven. Let's top with seasonings. We're going to place it in a 430-degree oven. And we're going to bake it for 18 to 24 minutes, rotating it after 10 to 15 minutes so it cooks nice and evenly. And here's our final product. This is our focaccia, crispy, fluffy, herby, salty. It's the best. Listen to that crunch. It's out of this world. It makes the best sandwiches, best pizza, best snack. I love focaccia so much. So you can make focaccia just like this. This is the Picasso of focaccia. Everybody will be so impressed if you make this for them. Very good. Very hot, but very good. Making bread from scratch for me is very rewarding. I have control over what the final product is. I know what ingredients goes in it. And I made a conscious decision just to shift away from buying store-bought bread after finding out about the different additives and dough conditioners and shelf stabilizers. So I encourage you to try this recipe. It's amazing. It's so versatile. You can make it ahead of time. You can make it into a base for a pizza. I made a focaccia Italian sandwich, which was amazing. I'll post on my TikTok. And one of the favorite things I love making with focaccia is like a focaccia avocado toast. So you could put your little bacon, avocado, and tomatoes on it, and it's just amazing. So if you love this type of content, please like and subscribe and follow me for more.